PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
I'm James Spann. This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Tuesday afternoon, the 21st of July. We've had a great run with this dry air and the record lows over the past 3 days, but moisture is returning as we speak. Let's take a look at some of the sky cams, and pretty ominous sky there coming from Tuscaloosa. A big cluster of storms just west of the city as I do this update at 2:30 this afternoon. Parts of Tuscaloosa County getting soaked, as you'll see on radar in a moment. But over on the eastern side of the state, the sky over at Mount Cheaha partly sunny as they are still dry. And as we often like to do in the summertime, let's look at the Gulf Shores sky cam. Looks like a little parasailing action going on down there. And the sky's mostly sunny on the Alabama Gulf Coast. Up on the water vapor satellite shot, looks like an MCV, a little mesoscale convective vortex that is coming through Arkansas. And the models are not doing a good job with that. They basically don't know it's there. So instead of the very low pops like they're spitting out, 5% probabilities for tonight, we certainly need to up that. In fact, look at the radar. There's the Tuscaloosa County storm. That's at 225. Pouring rain over Northport, up around Tuscaloosa County High. Lake Tuscaloosa, that's moving on to the east. And there's the Big View, other storms in Walker County, down into Bibb and Hale and Greene counties. And no doubt we better mention a few showers and storms tonight. Now, it's not going to rain everywhere, but certainly they're out there. In terms of the organized severe weather, there's a slight risk of severe weather for the rest of this afternoon and tonight from roughly San Antonio to Memphis. And that includes places like Shreveport and Greenville, Mississippi. Rain over the next 5 days. This is valid through Sunday morning at 7 o'clock. Heaviest rain from roughly Lake Charles, Louisiana to Detroit. And around here, it's suggesting about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. And somewhat of a tricky little forecast here for the next 5 days. Not so sure it rains that much after tomorrow. It could, but we think the showers Thursday and Friday should be pretty widely spaced. And in the tropics, the guys at NHC picking out a couple of spots to watch. One in the eastern Caribbean, one around the Bahamas. Here's a look at both of them. The disturbance over the Bahamas will ultimately move on out into the Atlantic. And again, the probability of that getting its act together at this point fairly small. The winds are not overly favorable. And the system that's down to the south of Puerto Rico really having a hard time, just being sheared to death. The models that pick it up generally want to recurve it northeast. And again, I don't think that thing survives because of hostile winds down there. But as always, tropical weather. Expect the unexpected. We'll keep an eye on it. This is the GFS, the 12Z run at 1 o'clock tomorrow, 1 o'clock Wednesday. Still got a nice trough over the east, that axis rotating through here. And at the surface there, we've got a surface low near Indianapolis and a trailing front. And with that passing through here tomorrow, we certainly need to mention some risk of showers and storms. Will it rain all day? Nope. But it could rain at times. Thursday, the GFS depicts drier air over the northern half of the state, and if it's correct, there'd be hardly any rain around. We've kind of played it that way in the forecast. I think we'll continue to play it that way. And really the same thing on Friday. Partly sunny. You can't rule out the chance of a shower, but it sure looks like most places around here will be dry on Thursday and Friday. What about the weekend, you ask? Well, there's the Saturday look, and again, the most intense heat will be back over the southwest, and they can keep it as far as we're concerned. Again, a chilly vortex for summer that's setting up over the Great Lakes, and down below that, another surface boundary will try and come down this way, but really, we're not in a particularly moist air mass, and this is suggesting much of the day Saturday will be dry. Sunday, that boundary gets closer, and that looks like the moisture should be deeper, and that would suggest that the 2 days over the weekend, the better coverage of showers and storms would be on Sunday. Monday of next week, the front hangs up around Muscle Shoals, and that looks relatively wet, as does Tuesday of next week as the front dissipates. So the basic idea, showers and storms around in spots tomorrow, thinning out greatly Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then increasing again Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. End of the forecast period, August the 6th. And that looks a lot like August. This time, got kind of a flat ridge across the deep south. A bit of a weakness here where we are with the stronger, higher heights off to the east and west. And again, that looks very, very standard for early August if that happens to be correct, with some risk of scattered showers and storms. Otherwise, conditions hot and muggy. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes on our blog, AlabamaWX.com. That's if you're watching this, of course, on YouTube or iTunes. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And we invite you to watch us on television if you're local to us tonight. That's ABC 3340 News in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.